Alright everyone, we're back with Level 3 Calculus 2025. NZQA haven't actually released the paper yet, but you can change the URL link from the 2024 paper and get the 2025 paper. So it's sort of like blacklisted, but you know, whatever. We're doing another drinking game for this one. Every time I need to spend more than 5 seconds thinking about an answer, I have to take a swig of my drink. It's a vodka juice mix. I've already had some, so it's probably not going to help my chances of doing too well here. We're going for sub hour. I reckon we can do all 3 papers within them. So let's, without further ado, begin. Apologies if this walkthrough is not overly helpful, but we are going for a speed run. This is divided by 2, the remainder is 21, so that means that 3 times 2 to the power of 4 is 16, plus, and we're going with no calculator as well, plus 8p minus 8 plus 5 has to equal 0. 2 times 16, that's 32. 48 minus 8, that's 40 plus 5, so 45 plus 8p equals 0. Do I buy that? 2, 8 minus 4 plus 5, 32, 48, 40, 45, yeah. So p equals 45 on negative 8. Oh wait, the remainder is 21. Oh, well, that's definitely more than 5 seconds. One drink it is. Oh. Okay. Equals 21. 8p equals, okay, that's 48 minus 8, that's 45. 21 minus 45 is minus 24. So p equals minus 3. Okay. X squared minus 6kx minus k squared equals 0. It's not going to be like 2k is the answer, is it? 3k? 2k? No. Or just k? No, I'm just guessing answers. X equals 6k plus or minus the square root of 36k squared minus 4, so plus 4k squared on 2 equals 6k plus or minus k root 40, that's k times root 4 root 10, so 2 root 10 plus 2k root 10 on 2 equals 3k plus or minus root 10k. Prove the equation as real roots for all real values of k. Okay, well this is k squared x squared. This is k times kx squared minus 3k plus x equals 0. So k cubed x squared plus x minus 3k equals 0. The discriminant is 1 minus 4 times a times c equals 1 plus 12k to the 4. K to the 4 is greater than 0 for all k that are elements of the real numbers. Therefore, discriminants are greater than 0 implies real roots. Solve this. Oh my god, what the fuck? Z cubed equals minus 8m to the 27i, which is the same as saying 8m to the 27 cis. It's going to be 3/4 of 2 pi. So 3 pi on 2. Yeah, okay. So z0 equals 2m to the 9. You cube that. 9 times 3 is 27. Cis pi on 2. I mean that makes sense, yeah. It's the first solution, therefore, well, the second solution, I guess. It's this plus 2 pi on 3, so pi on 2 plus 2 pi on 3, and the next one is 2m to the 9 cis pi on 2 plus 4 pi on 3. That should just about do it. Oh my god, it's an ellipse. Okay. z minus 5i, distance from z to 5i, distance from z to minus 5i is 4. Oh, it's subtracting though, it's a hyperbola. I'm going to assume the bash method will work here. X plus iy minus 5i minus x plus iy plus 5i equals 4. So we got the square root of x squared plus y minus 5 squared minus the square root of x squared plus y plus 5 squared equals 4. So the square root of x squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 4 plus the square root of x squared plus y plus 5 squared. So x squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 16 plus 8 times the square root of x squared plus y plus 5 squared plus x squared plus y plus 5 squared. Okay, several things cancel, that cancels, that cancels. Y squared minus 10y plus 25 equals 16 plus 8 square root x squared plus y plus 5 squared plus y squared plus 10y plus 25. So that cancels, that cancels, that cancels, that cancels. Minus 16 minus 10y equals 8 times the square root. That's not possible though, because that's going to always be positive. Oh, unless y is negative. If y is negative, that can work. Alright. Minus 2, minus 10 on 8 is 5 on 4. That's 5 squared. So 4, that times that is plus 5y plus 25/16 y squared equals x squared plus y squared plus 10y plus 25. Oh, that's just rough. So it equals k. I mean, is it y? Okay, ay squared 25/16 minus 1, so that's 16. So that's 9/16 y squared minus x squared minus 5y equals 21. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh god, okay. How minus 5 squared minus that equals 4. Okay, that seems fine. And then squared plus 1 minus 5 squared is 16 plus 8 lots of that plus y squared minus 10y plus 25 equals 16 plus 8 lots of that plus y squared plus 10y plus 25. Okay. Oh no, I've made a boo-boo. Fiddly sticks. So that becomes minus 20y minus 16 equals 8 square root x squared plus y plus 5 squared. So minus 5 on 2y minus 2 equals square root x squared plus y plus 5. So I mean that only works if y is, you know, negative, because that's a negative number in there. But anyway, 25 on 4 y squared plus 10y, that times 2, yeah, plus 4 equals x squared plus y squared plus 10y plus 25. Ah, that's good news. That goes away, that goes away. 25 on 4 minus 4 on 4 is 21 on 4y squared minus x squared equals 21. I hope that's right. That took fucking way too long. Holy shit burgers. I need to take a drink from that. Oh, that's rough. Z equals 2u plus 3w. Right, so u goes 4 across, 2 across. Well, okay, so it's 2 lots of u, which is 4 plus 2i, plus 3 lots of minus 2 minus 3i, equals 8 plus 4i minus 6 minus 9i. 8 minus 6 is 2, 4 minus 9 is minus 5. U to the 5. So the modulus goes to the power of 5. De Moivre's theorem tells us that's 3 pi on 2, which is negative I. So minus 5i. Oh. So that's 25 plus m squared equals square root of 5m squared. So 25 plus m squared equals 5m squared, provided it's all greater than 0, but of course it is. Has to be, right, because m squared is always a positive number. M is a real number, you know, m is element of the reals. So that's 25 equals 4m squared. 25 on 4 equals m squared. So m's quite happy to be plus or minus 5 halves. I buy that, I buy that. And find all possible values of g and h. 3g plus ghi plus 6i minus 2h equals 30 minus 10i minus 12i, so minus 22i, plus 4i squared, so minus 4. So 3g minus 2h plus gh plus 6i equals 26 minus 22i. So 3g minus 2h equals 26, and gh plus 6 equals minus 22. So gh equals minus 28. So g equals minus 28 on h. 3 times minus 28, that's 60. Why my internet go up? The uni Wi-Fi is terrible. 3 times 28, that's 60, 68, 76, 84. So minus 84 on h minus 2h equals 26. Minus 84 minus 2h squared equals 26h. So 2h squared plus 26h plus 84 equals 0. h squared plus 13h plus 42 equals 0. Fucking, like, what is this? 14 and 3? No. 6, no. H equals minus 13 plus or minus square root 169 minus 4, so that 84 times 2 is 160. Oh, that's fucking a measuring number. Who knows? Good luck with that one, everyone. Doesn't matter, we're going to get E out on this question anyway, so it doesn't really makes no difference. D is a real constant. Well, the argument of d plus 6i on 1 minus di is equal to the argument of d plus 6i times 1 plus di times 1 squared plus d squared. It's equal to the argument of d plus d squared I plus 6i minus 6 and 1 plus d squared. If that's going to be found for the real part, the real equals imaginary, right? So that means that minus 5d on 1 plus d squared has to equal d squared plus 6 on 1 plus d squared. So minus 5d equals d squared plus 6, d squared plus 5d plus 6 equals 0, d plus 3, d plus 2, d equals minus 3 or minus 2. One of those answers will give a false answer because it'll actually be an argument of minus 3 pi on 4. No, minus 5 pi on 4. If d is minus 3, then we have minus 3 plus 6i divided by 1 plus 3i, 1.5 plus 1.5i, so that's correct. If d is minus 2, we have minus 2 plus 6i divided by 1 plus 2i, and that's 2 plus 2i. Oh, that works as well. Yeah, okay, they both work. That's good news. Find the quadratic equation. Well, so it's x minus 2 plus pi, 2 plus root pi, so x minus 2 minus root pi times x minus 2 plus root pi equals x squared minus 2x plus x root pi minus 2x plus 4 minus 2 root pi minus root pix plus 2 root pi minus root pi squared, so plus p. So that's x squared minus 2x minus 2x is minus 4x. That cancels, that cancels, that cancels, that cancels. Then all that plus 4 plus p. Plus 4 plus p. Okay. This expands to 3a minus 2 lots of 2436 a squared I plus 12a I squared. So it's 3a minus 2 lots of 6a I minus 12a. So that's minus 9a minus 12ai. 3 plus 2 root x plus 6 root x plus 4x equals 5 plus 6 root x. That cancels, that cancels. 4x plus 2 root x minus 2 equals 0. 2x plus root x minus 1 equals 0. Two numbers that times to give minus 2 and add to give 1. 2 and minus 1, so 2x plus 2 root x minus root x minus 1 equals 0. 2 root x times root x plus 1 minus 1 times root x plus 1 equals 0. So it's 2 root x minus 1. Root x plus 1 equals 0. So the square root of x equals a half or minus 1. So x equals a quarter, or the square root of what is minus 1? I guess 1. Does that work? If 1 plus 2 is 3 times 5, it's 15. No, it doesn't work. Does a quarter work? 1 plus 1 is 2 times 3 is 6. 5 plus Yeah, whatever, that works. This is the simple equation, right? So 3 times, well, you can ask your Emmett's calculator, right? 1 plus I cubed. That's minus 2 plus 2I plus P times 1 plus I squared. That's 2I plus Q plus QI minus 8 equals 0. So minus 6 plus 6I plus 2PI plus Q plus QI minus 8 is 0. So minus 6 plus Q minus 8 equals 0. So Q equals 14. And P, 6 plus 2P plus Q equals 0. 6 plus 2P plus 14 equals 0, so 20. So P equals negative 10. And then if you ask your graphics calculator what the answer is to 3 minus 10, 14 minus 8, it'll tell you to go with Z minus 1 plus I, Z minus 1 minus I, and Z minus 4/3 equals 0. So you've got 4/3 is the other solution to the equation. What the fuck? UI plus 2V equals 3. UI plus, times that by I, you get I plus 1V equals 4I. Subtracting, we get 2V minus 1 plus IV equals 3 minus 4I. 2V minus V minus IV equals 3 minus 4I. So V minus IV equals 3 minus 4I. There does not exist in a V. There is a... Wait, what? There does not exist V which makes that work. What have I done wrong? Fuck it, let's just say V equals 3 minus UI on 2. So U plus 1 minus I times 3 minus UI on 2 equals 4. So 2U plus 3 minus UI minus 3I plus UI squared, so minus U, equals 8. 2U plus 3 minus UI minus 3I minus U equals 8. U plus 3 minus U plus 3I equals 8. Wait, what? This means U equals 5, but that doesn't work. How does this not work? Oh, fuck, and the really sad thing is I have to drink now. Oh, this is becoming increasingly difficult. Hang on, lock in. UI, okay, so like, it has to be true that, like it has to be true that UI plus I minus I squared, which is plus 1, V, equals 4I. Like, that has to be true, right? Multiplying the second equation. And also UI plus 2V equals 3. So that must mean that 3 minus 2V plus I plus 1V equals 4I. Like, it just has to be true. There's no way that's not true. So 3 minus 2V plus IV plus V must be 4I. So 3 minus V plus IV has to equal 4I. Oh, but V is... Oh, of course, V can be complex. So yeah, that doesn't... Yeah. v minus iv, v1 minus I, v equals 3 minus 4i, 1 minus I, which very clearly, of course, if you just conjugate, but I'm too lazy to conjugate, it's 7 halves minus a half I, u equals 4 minus 1 minus I times 7 halves minus a half I. So that's 4 minus 1 minus I, 7 halves minus a half I. That's 1 plus 4I. That's a rough question. Okay, that piece of shit's done. I might have got some of that wrong. I'm fucking blasted, man. I've got no idea. God, 26 minutes. Okay, we need to lock in. Get rid of that. Bloody hell. All these screenshots for work. I'm like a tutor. Oh, God, it's miserable. Well, it's not miserable, actually. Like, students are actually pretty good. Shout out to any of them who are watching. You guys are pretty chill. Thanks for the memories. 91577, so let's do 91578 next. Differentiation. Okay. Differentiate this. Well, that's 5 lots. Power 4 times 15x squared minus 2. dc dt equals, well, that's minus a half, right? So minus 30 t to the minus 3 on 2 plus 5 on 2 root t, 4 minutes. Okay, so minus 4 to the minus 3 on 2 plus 5 on 2 root 4 minus 2.5 degrees per minute. What's the gradient of the normal to the curve? Well, dy dx is equal to 3 sine squared x times cos x, chain rule, times cos x by product rule, plus, keep this guy the same, multiply the derivative of this guy, which is minus sine x. At pi on 4, sine of pi on 4 is degrees, that's pence. Sine pi on 4 is 1 on root 2, yeah, that makes sense. So 1 on root 2, so 3 times a half, times cos squared, it's also 1 on root 2, so half, plus half 1 on root 2, minus, times minus 1 on root 2, so it's 3/4 minus, it's a half, right, minus a quarter, half times a half, equals 2/4 equals a half, I think. F prime of x equals 2x plus 2 lots of e to the 2x at x equals 1. If x equals 1, we have x equals 1 and y equals 1 plus e squared. So you have y minus 1 plus e squared equals, well, the gradient at 1 is 2 plus 2e squared. So it's minus 1 on 2 plus 2e squared, x minus x1, which is of course 1. And the x-intercept is when y is 0, so you make that 0, and you get 1 plus e squared times 2 plus 2e squared equals x minus 1, so plus 1 equals x-intercept. Any points of inflection have occurred that are also stationary points. Okay, well dx dt equals 6t plus 6, dy dt equals so not 8, 6t squared, dy dx equals 6t squared on 6t equals 6 equals 0 if t equals 0, and d to y t squared equals d on dx of that, which is equal to d on dt of this times dt on dx, 6t plus 6, that's 6 lots of the derivative t squared on t plus 1, so 2t times t plus 1 minus t squared times 1 on t plus 1 squared times dt dx is the inverse of that, so 1 on 6 times t plus 1 equals 6 lots of 2 squared t squared plus 2t minus t squared on t plus 1 squared times 6 lots of t plus 1, so that's 2t squared plus, that's t squared plus 2t on t plus 1 cubed. So point of inflections are when t times t plus 2 equals 0. So t equals 0, t equals minus 2. Okay, so you want t equals 0. T equals 0. If t equals 0, then x equals 1 and y equals 0. Good. Differentiate this, that's going to be minus 7 on x squared minus 9x squared minus 4x on x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5. Increasing, show whether the depth of the water is increasing or decreasing after 2 hours. dp dt equals 30 minus 10t e to the minus t plus 30t minus 5t squared times minus e to the minus t. After 2 hours, that's 30, that's 10 times e to the minus 2 plus 40, so that's 2, so that's 20. 60 minus 20 is 40. 2 hours minus e to the minus 2. That's 10 plus 40, that's 50 lots of e to the 10 e to the minus 2, so that's minus 30 lots of e to the minus 2 is less than 0, implies decreasing. Oh god, okay. F prime of x equals 2x times x plus 4 minus x squared times 1 on x plus 4 squared. If this wants to be minus 3, then I'm demanding that minus 3 lots of x plus 4 squared equals 2x squared plus 8x minus x squared. So minus 3 lots of x squared plus 8x plus 16 equals x squared plus 8x. So minus 3x squared minus 24x minus 18 equals x squared plus 8x. So 4x squared plus 24x plus 8x is 32x plus 18 equals 0. 2x squared plus 16x plus 9 equals 0. Jesus, okay. I feel like I've done this wrong. Why is this obnoxiously hard? Nah, ain't no way, ain't no way. There's no way that's the answer. It's like some obnoxiously terrible square root, bro. Find the coordinates of the point of contact, the two tangents. Where's the gradient minus 3? Like, it's gonna be like... man. Where is gradient minus 3? 2x times x plus 4 minus x squared on x plus 4 squared equals minus 3. So 2x squared minus x squared, that's x squared, plus 8x equals minus 3x squared plus 8x squared, so minus 24x plus 16, so minus 48. So 4x squared plus 32x plus 48 equals 0. X squared plus 8x plus 12 equals 0. 6 and 2, so x plus 6, x plus 2. So we're at x equals minus 6 and x equals minus 2. Yeah. Corners, 3 points of contact. Oh, right, so it's minus 2 and 4 on 2, so 2, and minus 6 on 36, minus 2, so minus 18. Yeah, okay. Dx dt is 2 sec t tan t, dy dt is 5 sec squared t, so dy dx is 5 sec squared t on 2 sec t tan t equals 5 halves sec t on tan t, but dividing by tan t is the same as multiplying by cos t on sin t. So really it's just 2.5 on sin t. T equals pi on 6, then sine of pi on 6 is a half, so you get 5. So y minus, well, y1 tan of pi on 6 is root 3 on 3, so 5 root 3 on 3 equals the gradient, which is 5 x minus x1, which is 2 sec t, so 2 on cosine pi on 6, 4 root 3 on 3. There we go. Radius of curvature, that's kind of nice. Dy dx is 2 cosine 2x times minus sine 2x times 2 minus 4 cos 2x sine 2x, when x equals pi on 3, that's equal to minus 4 cosine 2 pi on 3 sine 2 pi on 3, and that equals root 3. Dy dx equals root 3. Oh, okay, right. d dy dx squared equals minus 4. Differentiate the first function, we get minus sine x 2x sine 2x times 2, plus keep this the same, multiply the derivative of that is cosine 2x times 2. Right, at pi on 3, that's minus 4 lots of minus sine minus sine of 2 pi on 3 squared times 2 plus cosine 2 pi on 3 squared times 2. It's 4. So the radius of curvature is 1 plus dy dx squared, so 1 plus 3 to the power of 3 halves divided by that, which is 4. So 4 to the power of 3 halves. God, I can't even see straight. It's 8 divided by 4 is 2. Huge. X is not differentiable at minus 6, minus 2, 3. If prime of x is equal to 0, if x is less than or equal to minus 6, whoops, x is less than or equal to minus 6, minus 4, 6, yeah. If as x goes to minus 2, it is definitely just 2. Any stationary points in the curve, well, y prime equals 1 on x times 2x minus, keep the top the same, differentiate the bottom, divided by 4x squared. Stationary points are when 2 minus 2 ln x equals 0, so 2x, so ln x equals 1, so x equals e. A solid spherical line with ice melting whilst maintaining its spherical shape. Alright. The radius of the ball, the instant when the radius is 6 meters. dv dt equals dv dr times dr dt. dv dr, or volume, equals 4/3 pi cubed, so dv dr is simply 4 pi r squared. So dv dt at any given instant is given by 4 pi r squared times dr dt, which is this at that instant, so 0.05. Negative, so it's 4 pi times 36 times minus 0.05. 4 pi times 36 times minus 0.05, it's about minus 22.61 centimeters cubed per second. The gradient is minus 2 dx dt, 5e to the minus 2t, so minus 10e to the minus 2t, dy dt equals 10e to the t, so dy dx is this, divided by minus 10e to the minus e to the 2t, equals minus 1 e to the 4t. Gradient's minus 2, so you want 2 equals e to the 4t, 4t equals ln 2, t equals ln 2 on 4. Okay, let this be x, let this be, when x is, when y is 0, x could be x 16 minus x, so that's 16, right? Alright, so that there is 16 minus x. Length AD, okay. Well, the area of our rectangle is equal to, well, AD, if we just split this here, this is 8, right? This is 8 minus x. So the base is 16 minus 2x, and the height is the square root of 16x minus x squared. So dA dx is fraction of the first function multiplied by the second, plus keep the first function the same, derive the second. Okay, so 0 equals minus 4 lots of 16x minus x squared plus 16 minus 2x squared. So 32, 64 minus 4x squared equals 16 squared. 256 minus 64 plus 4x squared. So 0 equals, that must be an x, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Um, 0 equals 8x squared minus 64x. 256 minus 64. So 0 equals x squared minus 8x plus 24. 24, 6 and 4, 12 and 2. Doesn't look likely, eh? 1 minus 8, 24. Okay, that's fucking imaginary. That's not good. It's 8 minus x. Has to be, right? 8 minus 6 is that. So 2 lots of that is 16 minus 2. That's the base. And the height is obviously root 16x minus x squared. Like it has to be. Yes, that's the area. Okay. No disputing that. d80x minus 2 times the second function plus keep the first function the same, derive the second function. Okay, so for stationary points, that equals 16 minus 2x plus 2 root minus x squared. So 4 lots of 16x minus x squared equals 16 squared equals 256 minus 32. Oh, I have to drink because I got it wrong. Fuck. Oh god. This is really going rather poorly. 64 plus 4x squared. 64x. 32. So 64x minus 4x squared equals 256 minus 64x plus 4x squared. So 0 equals 8x squared minus 128x plus 256. So 0 equals x squared minus 16x plus 32. 0 equals oh shit, is this just going to be another problem? 1 minus 16. So x equals 8 plus 4 root 2 or 8 minus 4 root 2. Oh, are those the two options? Yeah, so that's this value or this value, right? Yeah, okay, I buy that. I actually buy that. Maybe I've got it wrong. So AD is 2 lots of 8 minus root x. 2 lots of 8 minus x, sorry. Equals 2 lots of 8 minus 8 minus, oh, plus 4 root 2 equals 8 root 2. I think. If it's not that, then, like, you know, just fuck. I'll drink anyway. Oh. Oh man, we are not making it through integration, lads. Okay. Fuck. Skull physics tomorrow. Not that anyone's fucking watching this, but yeah, that'll be interesting. Well, it's the skull physics speedrun tomorrow. The exam was this morning. Actually, technically yesterday. It's 12:30 a.m. So, hey, they've changed the integration symbol. That's kind of nice. Well, sec x tan x integrates to sec x, right? So it'll be 2 sec 3x plus c. Ugh. Oh, okay. Y equals 3 lots of x to the 1.5 on 1.5 plus 4 root x plus c. So 10 equals 3 times 4 to the power of 1.5 divided by 1.5 plus 4 lots of 4. 10 equals 24 plus c, which means that y equals 3x to the 1.5 on 1.5 plus 4 root x. C must be minus 14, right? Minus 14. Okay. Determine the possible values of k. Well, I guess this is the same as saying integrate from 1 to 2 a minus 6k x to the minus 2 dx equals 3. So this implies that ax minus plus 6k x to the minus 1 from 2 to 1 equals 3. This implies that 2a plus 3k minus a minus 6k equals 3. And we also know that 3x squared evaluated from k to 1 equals a. So 3k squared minus 3 equals a. Alright, so 2 lots of 3k squared minus 3 plus 3k minus 3k squared plus 3 minus 6k equals 3. 6k squared minus 6 plus 3k minus 3k squared minus 6k equals 0. 3k squared minus 3k minus 6 equals 0. K squared minus k minus 2 equals 0. Minus 2 plus 1, so k minus 2, k plus 1 equals 0, so k equals 2 or minus 1. Does that make sense? Meh, hopefully it does. X equals 0 and x equals pi on 6. We have to use the trig identity, bro. I don't want to use your trig identity, man. Let's Google it. Trig identity. Oh man, I can't even spell. There's no internet. Oh, for fuck's sake. How am I supposed to get sub-hour with no internet, bro? Come on, load, 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 load. Let's go. Find the shaded area. Okay, so we want the integral from 0 to pi on 6. 4 lots of sine 5x cos 3x. Well, sine 5x cos 3x is the same as saying sine 5x cos 3x is the same as saying half sine 5x cos 3x, so sine 8x, add them together, plus cosine of sine 5x minus 3x. Sine 3x dx. So there's some plus their difference. Okay, so that's two lots of minus cosine 8x on 8 minus cosine 3x on 3 from pi on 6 to 0, which is option calculus integral 0 to pi on 6 of 4 sine 5x cosine 3x. That's 7/8. Oh, holy balls. Y times 1 minus x minus 1 plus x dy dx equals 0. Y times 1 minus x equals 1 plus x dy dx. So y equals, oh wait, 1 minus x on 1 plus x dx equals ln of y plus c. So this is, you can say, okay, so integrate 1 minus x on 1 plus x dx, right? Same as saying, if u is 1 plus x, let u equal 1 plus x, then you have the integral of, well, x is u minus 1, so it's 1 minus u minus 1 on u du, which is negative u on u, so negative 1. That can't be right. Done something wrong, obviously. Alright, if u equals 1 plus x implies x equals u minus 1. I have to drink because I screwed up. Fuck. Oh, Jesus. X equals u minus 1. So we have the integral of 1 minus u minus 1 on 1 plus x, which is u, du. That's 2 minus u on u, so that's the integral of 2 minus u on 2 and u minus 1. So that's 2 ln, well, u is 1 plus x, minus u, so minus x. And that equals ln of y plus c. Y equals 3 and x equals 0. So x equals 0, ln of 1 is 0, x equaling 0, so all that's 0, so ln 3, so c equals minus ln 3, should equal to ln of a third. Values of y when x equals 2, so 2 ln 3 minus 2 plus ln 3 equals ln y. So 3 ln 3 minus 2 equals ln y. So ln 29 minus 2 equals ln y. So y equals plus or minus e to the ln 29 minus 2 equals 29. E to the ln 29 times e to the minus 2. So that's 29 times e to the minus 2 plus or minus. So it's integrating 10 to the 2x plus 6, plus 1 to the minus 6 dx. 10 to the 2x plus 1 to the minus 5 divided by minus 5 times 2. Negative 2x plus 1 to the minus 5 plus c. So p equals 5/4 sine 4t plus c. 8 equals 5/4 sine 4 pi on 24, so pi on 6 plus c. 8 minus 5/4 sine pi on 6 is 59 1/8. So we have P equals 5/4 sine 4t plus 59/8. Integrate from 0 to k of 4x plus 1 to the minus a half. This is 1. I hope there's like a Newton's cooling question or something. Like, is the next question... No. Oh wait, it's a question 3. Okay. Okay, we're fine. I teach my students a particular way of solving like differential equations with like a trick, and I'd be really sad if there was no question. Half divided by a half, that's times 2, from k to 0 equals 1. So 2 lots of square root 4k plus 1 minus 2 lots of the square root of 1 equals 1. So 2 lots square root 4k plus 1 equals 3. Square root 4k plus 1 equals 3 halves. So 4k plus 1 equals 9 quarters. So k equals 9 quarters minus 1 divided by 4. 9 minus a quarter. 8.75, I hope. As you get a fixed point p, the particle's velocity of 6 meters per second. Well, v of t will be 2.4 divided by 0.3 minus 8 e to the minus 0.3 t minus t. And so delta s will be the integral from 0 to 3 seconds of the velocity dt. So that's 8 divided by 0.3, 26.667 e to the minus 0.3 t minus t squared on 2, 3 to 0, 26.667 times e to the minus 0.3 times 3 minus 9 halves minus 26.67 plus 0 minus 20.32. Hooray, I didn't solve for the integration constant. All of that's useless. Oh, time to drink, fuck. God damn, man. Oh man, I'm gonna spiral before I can get there. Plus c. 6 equals, that's 0, so minus 8 plus c, so c equals 14. Okay, the change in the displacement is the integral from 0 to 3 seconds of the velocity, which is minus 8 e to the minus 0.3 t minus t plus 14 dt. So delta s is equal to 8 divided by 0.33, which is 26.6667 e to the minus 0.3 t minus t squared on 2 plus 14t from 3 to 0. And that's 26.67 e to the minus 0.3 times 3 minus 9 on 2 plus 14 on 3 minus 26.667, and that's 21.675. Oh, rough. Oh, God. Holy shit. What in the hell? So we need the integral from 0 to pi on 2 of sine x cos x cubed dx. Well, if you let u equals sine x, right? I get du equals cos x dx. When x equals 0, u equals 0, and x equals pi on 2, u equals 1. U equals sine x, so I've got u cubed times cos x cubed. Really that's cos squared x du. Okay, so integral of 0 to 1 of u cubed, but cos x is 1 minus u squared du. So integrate 0 to 1, u cubed minus u to the 5 du. That's u to the 4 on 4 minus u to the 6 on 6. 1 to 0. That's a quarter minus a sixth. What's a quarter minus a sixth? That is 1/12. Well, no one in the history of existence has ever worked out how the trapezium rule works. Therefore, this question is left as an exercise to the reader. Or in other words, I have a truly miraculous proof for this question, for which the margin is too narrow to contain. Well, I mean, that's not the correct answer, so I have to drink, what a shame. But seriously, if anyone knows how the trapezium rule works, hit me up. I'll never bother learning it. Waste of time. Not correct. Right. Integral from 1 to k. 10 lots of 2x minus 1 to the minus 1 dx. Well, that's 10 lots of half ln 2x minus 1 from k to 1. So that's 5 lots of ln absolute value 2k minus 1 minus ln 2 minus 1, 1, that's 0. So it's 5 lots of ln absolute value 2k minus 1. And k is greater than 1. Oh, so it's 5 lots of ln 2k minus 1. All good. 1 on, let's see, 4y plus 1 to the minus a half dy equals x to the minus 2 dx. So 4y plus 1 to the half divided by half is 2 equals x to the minus 1 plus c. Y equals 2 and x equals minus 3, then 2 equals 9 to the half minus x to the minus 1, so that's 3 halves plus c. That's 6 plus 3 halves equals c equals 7.5. So we have 2 lots of square root 4y plus 1 equals minus 5 fourths plus 7.5. 7.5 minus 5 fourths is 6.25. Divide by 2, 3.125. Square that, minus 1, and divide by 4, and you get y equals 2.19. So we want the integral from p to 2p of x to the minus 2 plus 6x to the minus 4 dx. And that must equal 9 quarters. Well, that means that raised 1 to the power divided by the new power plus 6x raised 1 to the power divided by the new power, 2p on p equals 9 quarters. So negative 1 on x minus 2 on x cubed. 2p to p equals 9 quarters. So minus 1 on 2p minus 2 on 8p cubed plus 1 on p plus 2 on p cubed equals 9 quarters. So negative a half plus 1 is a half on p, and then minus a quarter plus 2 is 7 quarters. So plus 7 on 4p cubed equals 9 on 4. Timesing everything by 4p cubed, we get 2p squared plus 7 equals 9p cubed. Is that what we're looking for? 9p cubed minus 2p squared minus 7 equals 0. Hooray! We did it right. The equation of... Oh, Jesus. The equation... Oh, fuck. Wait, there was no question. There was no, like... There was no, like, oil out of the tank question. Oh, I spent at least 3 hours teaching that to people, and it didn't even turn up in the exam. Oh, and now I spent 5 seconds looking at the questions I have to drink. It's a depressingly cruel world, isn't it? The equation of the... why does the internet keep cutting up? The equation of the curved edge of the piece of art is f of x equals this. Sure. Perhaps we're using the following formula to find the x value of the hanging position. Huh. Probably a center of mass thing. That's quite interesting, actually. Well, the integral from 0 to 3 of x times f of x is a third times x squared plus so x to the 4 plus 6x squared plus 9 dx divided by, what is just a third times the integral from 0 to 3 f of x. So that's x to the 4 plus 6x squared plus 9 dx. So that equals the integral from 0 to 3 of x to the 5 plus 6x cubed plus 9x dx divided by the integral from 0 to 3 x to the 4 plus 6x squared plus 9 dx. And that equals x to the 6 on 6 plus x to the 6 plus 4.5x squared 3 to 0 divided by x to the 5 plus over 5 plus 3x, plus 2x cubed plus 9x from 3 to 0. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, just going to ask the graphics calculator what this is. I'm going to go from 0 to 3 of x to the 5 plus 6 x to the, that should be squared, right? Plus 3. Oh, bollocks. 6x cubed, 6x to the 4 divided by 4. 3 halves x to the 4. Plus, 6x cubed plus 9x dx. Okay, that's one equation. And on the bottom, I want zero to 3 of x to the 4 plus 6x squared plus 9. And that comes out to 35 116. Thank God. Okay, I'm gonna scull the rest of my bottle. Oh, fuck. Well, that's that. Um, oh man, I definitely got some of that wrong. 1 hour 15. I mean, fuck, it's almost sub-hour. It's, like, oh, fuck, I'm a physicist. Pi equals E equals square root G equals fucking 4. Like, it's 3, isn't it? Never mind. Pi equals E equals square root G equals 3. 1 hour 15? That's sub-hour. Sub-hour word record pace. I buy that. Goodbye, everyone.